This video is brought to you by JLCPCB. More about them later. Hey, what's happening, guys? Today, as you can see, this video is brought to you by 3D.JLCPCB.com. That is the 3D printing and CNC machining arm of JLCPCB, who you guys I'm sure all know very well as a world-renowned PCB manufacturer. So, we're going to try something new here. A couple times a month, we are going to talk about design in 3D printing. And we're going to start off with something really simple for the first one, which are these thank you coins that I have made for my top patrons. These are printed out of PLA. And at the end, you're going to have a little surprise. We're going to get some special ones made by JLC PCB. But I want to show you how I made these because they're quite simple. But if you've never had any experience using a CAD program before, it can be quite daunting. So we'll start with the simple one. These here, thank you coins, I call them. And we will be doing this on Onshape. So let's head over there and get started. All right, we're going to be designing this in Onshape, but the design process is going to be similar for just about any CAD program out there. So Onshape has a free, fully featured online cloud-based CAD program, and that's what we're going to be using. So go to onshape.com, sign up if you don't have it, if you want, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start by creating a document. We'll just call this thank you patron coin. You can call it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. So now we have our workspace in front of us, and we have to decide what plane we're going to start on. I generally like to draw top down, design top down, so we're going to start from the top plane. We're going to have it be normal to us. We're going to do a sketch, pardon my stomach growling. Our plane is the top plane. We're going to start with a circle. And we're going to start from the origin point and just draw a circle. Doesn't matter what the diameter is because we're going to type it in right now. And we're going to go 50 millimeters. So now you see the circle is turned black, which means it's fully constrained. It can't go anywhere else. You can't grab this thing and pull it and move it. It is constrained. That's why it turned black. So we're done with this sketch. Now we're going to extrude this about 3 millimeters, I think. So we'll pick our surface to extrude. We'll go up 3 millimeters. So it looks like that. And we're done with our first extrude. Now what can be helpful here is to come in and give your sketches names. So this is the base. Then we can rename this and call this base extrude. But you know, you do whatever you want to do. So now we need to go back to our top plane. I'm hitting N on the keyboard for normal. I'm just going to zoom in here and move things around. All right, so next thing we're going to do another sketch. And it's going to be on this face, the top face. We're going to draw another circle. Starting from the origin, we're going to draw it out. Doesn't matter how big it is. So remember, we were at 50 millimeters before. We're now going to make this one 49 millimeters. So now we have a 1 millimeter circle around that. Okay? That sketch is done. So I'm just going to rename it. This is going to be called raised edge. I don't care if I spelled it wrong. Sue me. All right, so now we're going to extrude. We're going to extrude the interface. We're going to extrude 2 millimeters down and remove. So now we have this pie pan shape. We'll rename this. extrude down. So back to our planes. We want our top plane, normal. So now we're going to sketch again. And this is pretty much what 3D CAD design is. Sketching and what I call making it thick, giving it that third dimension. So now we're going to add our text. So we're going to do a line, and it's going to be a construction line. So I'm going to hit Q on the keyboard, or you can just click here. This is your construction line. And I didn't want a line. I actually wanted a circle. So we're going to make this about 1/3 of the total size there. This really doesn't matter. Now we do our construction line across the circle. Uh-oh, it has turned red. We are now over constrained. So we just have to get rid of something, that's all. Now we're going to get our trim tool, and we are going to trim this bottom off of here, and this line off of here, so that we're left simply with this arc. That sketch we will rename upper arc. Yeah, I spelled things wrong, still don't care. And we're going to use what's called surface text, which is a tool. It's, you know, in here you can find it. Just go to your tool search and type it in. So our baseline is the curve. Our surface is this face. And you see it's put in some text. Well, we don't want that text, so we're going to put in our own text. And our own text is going to say Learn Electronics. Like so. We can switch its direction so it's readable. And you can see it is raised up almost an inch. We don't want it up an inch. We want it up 2 millimeters so that it is even with the top edge of our coin. That's it. We will rename this one Learn Electronics. The reason I'm having trouble typing is because I have a new microphone with a pop filter, and it's right in front of my hands in front of the keyboard, so it's a little funky. All right. Top. Now we're going to rotate so everything is in the, whoopsies, too far. Just like so. Now we're going to draw another sketch. We're pretty much going to do the same thing we did before. Sketch plane. Circle. See that square there? That just tells you you're in the center. So we were about like this. Boom. Oh, see that line is blue. Now it's black. It's constrained, but see how it's a solid line? We don't want a solid line. We want it to be a construction line. So we can click on it, hit Q. Now it's a dash construction line. We need to draw another construction line right here. Oh, what happened there? That was strange. Try this again. Construction line from here to here. There we go. And again, it didn't make it a construction line, but okay. Yes, we're too far constrained. I don't care about the constraint. All right, here we go. So now we'll click this, make it a construction line. We'll get out our scissors. We don't need that. We don't need that. And now we have our bottom arc. like so. And then I am just going to repeat this process. All right, well, as you can see, we have all of our text in. And we're ready to draw in that little chip. It's probably a 555 timer. So we need a new sketch, of course, because everything needs a sketch. There is our surface. In this case, we're going to draw a little rectangle. What happened there? That was weird. Okay, so we're going to draw a rectangle. Something like this. Let's say that's 8. I'll make that 15. So now we just need to tell it where it needs to live. So we have to dimension it from our origin point over to here. We will say that is 4. Oh, I'm sorry. That would be 7.5. Wrong axis. Now we're going to dimension again. We're going to go from here to here, and that's going to be 4. So now you see that is perfectly centered. All right, so now we have to draw the legs. We're just going to use some corner rectangles. Do something like this. Now, we'll decide on our thickness of these. Let's go 2.5 millimeter. That should be okay. Now we just draw in 2 more of these. Go back to dimension. We say 2.5. Same here. 2.5. Now we just have to do a little bit of cleanup work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select all these points. Whoops. Select, 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 select. I feel like I missed one right there. Try this again. Horizontal. You. All right, so we've got our chip drawn in. All we have to do now is extrude it. So once again, we're going to extrude. Oh, I forgot to do something. Hang on a second. So I need to reopen this sketch. We need to get our trim tool. We need to take out the inside lines. There we go. Come on. No inside lines. We might need a couple of lines because I just screwed something up, but that's how this goes. All right, let's try this again. So we extrude. definitely extrude this. That. There we go. But we definitely don't want it to be 25 millimeters. We want it to be 2 millimeters. So everything is pretty much the same like that. And then for our final touch, we're going to put some chamfers on the edges of the legs. Try 1 millimeter first and see how that works. Yeah, this is going to look good. I've only been using this program for a week, so cut me a break. All right. So if we look down from the top, there it is. We can go for an isometric view. But the point I want to make is we're done. Now we get to the fun part, which is making it into the 3D printed model. So to make our STL file, we just come down here to the part. That's what this is. This is a part. So we come down to the part, we right click, we export. And I'm just going to call this patron thank you coin. And that's it. You can see it's been exported. Now we can order our print from JLCPCB. All right, so to upload your files and order, all you have to do is hit order now, 3D printing, add your file, like so. Get a little preview of it here. Select your technology, resin, nylon, metal, plastic. We're doing metal. 316 stainless steel. Build time 72 hours. We want 2 of these. Product description. Other. Coin. So there you see, you're getting 2 stainless steel coins for $16 plus shipping. So $17 for shipping, you're looking at what? 30 some bucks. Not a big deal. Pretty cool. JLC 3D printing. A quick trip to the checkout cart. And you can see we've got $32.64, and we'll have these in, I don't know, 4 or 5 days probably. So I'll see you then. It is exactly 5 days later, and this package from JLCPCB has arrived. So let's open her up. Very excited. I haven't seen it either. So we're going to see it together for the first time. Somebody commented on the last video about the knife I used to open it, calling it a Rambo knife. This is definitely not a Rambo knife. This is just a Bowie knife. It's just a standard hunting knife. Oh boy. Look at that. That is beautiful. And it's made out of stainless steel. They did fantastic work on this. And this is something that you can have done as well. If you've got a 3D model that you love, but you think it would do better in another material that you can't handle, then a service like 3DJLCPCB offers is perfect for you. Like I said, this time we did the laser, I think it's sintering for the stainless steel here. Next time we can try, you know, nylon. They have other things. But yeah, I mean, that is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's add some color to it. I have these paint marker pens off of Amazon. I got a whole set for like, you know, less than $20. They work great. I use them for all of my decorating on my 3D printing stuff. And for something like this, they just work out great. It only takes a couple minutes. I can't tell you how happy I am with the job that 3DJLCPCB did here. It is fantastic. And I am very happy to be working with them. We are going to be putting together this series called Melty Mondays, where we're going to bring you content regarding design, modeling, and printing. A lot of it we'll do here from home, and some of it we'll have sent out to JLC PCB to take care of. But no matter how we do it, we're all going to learn something, because I don't know everything about this either. So we're all going to learn some different technologies and some different methods. And see what we can do. So I got 2 of these right now. And now that I see that they're going to come out okay, I'm going to go ahead and order some more. They're not cheap. Like you guys saw in the earlier video, this was you know, $16 to produce. But they are just absolutely gorgeous. And they are going to go out as a thank you to my top Patreon supporters once I have everybody's information collected. Because I can't say thank you enough to the Patreon folks who have supported this channel through the years. And I also like to thank JLC PCB for coming on as a sponsor of this new series. And we've got somebody else coming too. More about them later. Alright guys, that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to learn how to make things like this or model other practical objects to use in your workshop or your house, come back to Melty Mondays. JLC PCB and I will take care of you. I promise. Alright, that's it. I'm out. Peace.